Recently, I saw a house in Sweden called Nature House on an Apple TV series called Home, where the family enclosed their entire log cabin within a greenhouse. At first, the idea sounded bizarre, but after learning about why and how the family did it, I was hooked on the idea and wanted to try and design one on my own. I'm Tim Ung, and this is the design of a house inside of a pyramid greenhouse. This home has a 2,200 square foot living area and a 3,600 square foot planting area, which includes the garden on the roof. There are 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a lounge area, living room, kitchen, and a utility room that controls the geothermal heating and cooling system that's beneath the home. Inside the greenhouse, there's a large garden area and an outdoor patio directly outside of the kitchen. On the second floor, there are lots of raised planters for herbs, edible plants, and vegetables with a large garden table next to the stair. From the outside, you can see the exterior wood siding of the house on one side and a large greenhouse that encloses a majority of it. The greenhouse is constructed with aluminum framing and laminated glass at the roof, which has high impact resistance and doesn't shatter. It also has bird-safe microfritting, which birds can see to avoid flying into any of the glass. The walls of the greenhouse are standard single-pane glass to keep costs low, but an alternative is to use polycarbonate instead of glass, which would be a lot cheaper, but it scuffs easily and turns yellow with constant exposure to the sun. As soon as we enter the garden, there's a beautiful view of all the plants and trees within the home in the distance. Imagine all the scents from the flowers throughout the space and the sounds of the leaves on the trees moving in the wind when the doors and skylights are open. Imagine the sound of rain against the glass roof canopy and watching it flow down to a gutter where it goes into a storage tank to be filtered and used in the house. This garden can be organized based on how the family wants to use the space. For this prototype, it's a mixture with a garden full of edible plants, trees for some shade, and to provide cleaner air, and a patio area. Before we talk about my ideas for the structure and systems of the house, let's look at the additional garden space at the rooftop of the home. With a sloped greenhouse roof managing wind, rain, and snow, the roof of the actual home can be a simple flat roof. This creates more opportunity for a roof garden, which is created by using planters. The entire roof garden is envisioned as the place for edible plants, herbs, and flowers. There's an interior stair that brings us from the lower level up to the rooftop, where there's a glass enclosure to maintain the different temperatures between the home and the greenhouse. There's also a large table where the family can get together and eat, relax, or lounge. If carrying garden materials and tools is an issue, a hoist can be added so materials can come in from the large greenhouse doors, loaded in small batches onto the hoist, and lifted up to the roof level. This rooftop can also be used as an additional living space like an outdoor kitchen and dining area, gym, lounge, or anything else that you have in mind. We focused a lot on the greenhouse and garden spaces, but it's also important for us to think about the structure and systems of the house. It's something that I'm always thinking about while I'm designing any project like this one, because I want to make sure that the structure and systems are integrated into the overall design. I'm imagining this house being built in a northern climate, which means it'll experience the 4 different seasons with low and high temperatures as well as rain and snow. During the fall and spring, all of the greenhouse's doors and skylights can be opened to bring in a cool breeze and to push all the hot air out of the top. This is a passive way of cooling off the house while also allowing bees to enter the greenhouse and pollinate the gardens between the seasons. Once we enter the summer season, where there's really hot weather that's amplified by the sun passing through the glass of the greenhouse, we can close all the skylights and doors and use the geothermal heating and cooling systems and shading to cool the entire space. A geothermal system works by pushing air from the space into ductwork that goes deep into the earth where the temperatures are always constant. It's like going into your basement in the summer and feeling the cooler air because the space is super insulated by the earth outside of the foundation walls. The temperature of the hot air will cool off by the time it comes out of the other end, and the air will be cold. It works the same way in the winter, where colder air will be heated by the geothermal system before it re-enters the space. All of the water for the garden comes from recycled rainwater that flows from the roof into a drain and large storage tanks under the house below the frost line so that it never freezes. This water is treated and used in both the house and garden, which reduces the home's reliance on the grid. The structure of the house will consist of a large cross-laminated timber column at the center with smaller ones along the exterior. There will be timber beams that attach to the center column and ones along the exterior. This will support the aluminum frames and laminated glass roof over the greenhouse. For a lower cost option, the structure can all be steel with polycarbonate panels instead of glass. Let's head inside and check out the interior of this greenhouse home. To enter the house, we can enter the front door located at the west of the actual home. Once we get inside, there's a stair leading up to the roof garden and a credenza across from the entrance where you can put down your things. To the left, there's a living room and lounge area full of comfortable furniture that's organized around a shared stone fireplace. The living room has a sectional sofa facing towards a built-in entertainment center on the wall. This is the space where the family can come together for game and movie nights or to relax. On the other side of the fireplace is the lounge, which is designed around the same theme of relaxing. It's organized with modular furniture in a way that encourages interaction and discussion. Each piece of the sofa could be rearranged based on what the family wants to do together, or if you just want to set it up for an afternoon nap. Instead of focusing on a television, the lounge has a cozy layout and everyone is positioned towards each other where simple dialogues can start. Next to the lounge is the kitchen with a large center island where the family can come and cook together. There's plenty of storage space in the base and upper cabinets, a large French door refrigerator, stove and oven, and a dishwasher. The countertop is a beautiful black quartz with white veins, which also turns into the backsplash. This room has plenty of space for people to sit together at the center island for breakfast, but if everyone wants to sit around a table for dinner, there's a large dining area outside of the sliding glass doors within the greenhouse. Since the greenhouse maintains a comfortable temperature year-round, this area can be used every day. When the doors are open, people can easily transition between the two spaces and eat in a place that's surrounded by the beautiful trees and plants surrounding the patio. At the far end of the home, there's a bedroom suite with a large bedroom, walk-in closet, and bathroom. The sleeping area has a fireplace that creates a cozy ambiance through the flickering of the flames that cast shadows that dance across the walls. Just like all the other rooms in the house, the bedroom has casement windows that open to the forest outside where you can get fresh air, and casement windows on the greenhouse side where you can let in warmer air during the colder winters. And that's the design of a house in a pyramid greenhouse. I hope you enjoyed this project and consider subscribing for more architecture design ideas like this one.